Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Nick Aldis has been running SmackDown for quite some time now, and he has done a great job. But lately, things have been getting a little out of control for him. A recent backstage segment saw Aldis becoming a victim of the chaos on the Blue brand. The SmackDown GM might take a proactive step and bring back a WWE icon to help restore order to the Friday night show. Nick Aldis could appoint Mickie James as his assistant on the episode of SmackDown after Elimination Chamber. Her last major appearance in WWE as a competitor came on 29 January 2022 during the Women's Royal Rumble match. A major reason why James could come back is due to what happened backstage between Chelsea Green and Mickie. Both superstars were seen arguing in Aldis' office last night. As Green taunted the former OC member, Mickie swung a kendo stick in frustration, but it accidentally hit SmackDown GM as the hot mess dodged. Although it was unintentional, the incident left Nick Aldis visibly frustrated. With chaos running wild, Nick might be looking for some backup. This could open the door for Mickie James to return as an authority figure. Also, since she is Nick Aldis' wife, bringing her back to WWE could be a smooth and straightforward decision for the Blue brand's GM. Moreover, the former Divas champion has immense respect among the current women's roster, as she is a legendary figure in pro wrestling. Therefore, her presence could bring much-needed stability to the women's division on SmackDown. Besides, James is also a part of WWE's LFG show, indicating that she is on good terms with the Stanford-based promotion. She has made a few subtle appearances in WWE during Raw's Netflix debut and SmackDown's USA Network premiere. Nick Aldis was not happy about how he ended up suffering a blow with the kendo stick in his office. Frustrated with the constant clashes between Chelsea Green and Mickie, the 38-year-old might take matters into his own hands. To finally settle their rivalry, Aldis could introduce a major clause for their upcoming street fight next week. The SmackDown general manager might raise the stakes by putting Chelsea Green's Women's United States Championship on the line. It is quite expected to happen as the OC member has her sights set on the gold. On top of that, Nick Aldis could add a clause stating that it would be Mickie's last shot at the title. Such a stipulation would not just add more excitement to the street fight, but would also serve as Aldis' way of getting some payback. It could also put an end to the never-ending saga between Green and Mickie on SmackDown. By ending such a long rivalry, WWE can build some new feuds for the hot mess and her coveted title. Hence, there is a high possibility for such an angle to unfold next week. Introduction. In the world of professional wrestling, few names carry as much weight as WWE legends. Whether they are pioneers of the business or athletes who redefine what is possible in the squared circle, these icons have shaped the WWE universe. However, as with all industries, there are ups and downs, triumphs, and controversies. Superstars come and go, but some leave a lasting legacy that is never truly forgotten. One such superstar is the enigmatic figure whose absence from WWE has been felt for a staggering 1133 days. Despite the long hiatus, rumors have been swirling that this icon could be brought back to WWE, but under unusual circumstances. Enter Nick Aldis, a man who has gained respect within the professional wrestling community for his technical prowess, charisma, and experience. Known for his time in Impact Wrestling, Aldis has made waves on the independent circuit and has even found himself under the spotlight of WWE's radar. Could Nick Aldis be the catalyst to bring this legendary WWE icon back into the fold? The idea of Nick Aldis stepping in as the assistant to this absent WWE legend, following a backstage incident that led to a long absence, is a compelling narrative to explore. Let's break down the intricacies of this situation, from the backstage tensions that led to the departure of this icon to Aldis' potential role in their grand return to WWE. The backstage incident. What happened 1133 days ago? Before we explore the possibility of Nick Aldis assisting in the comeback of this WWE icon, it's crucial to understand the events that led to their departure from WWE. The timeline of this saga began with a backstage incident that rattled the WWE locker room and ultimately caused this legend to step away from the company. Details surrounding the incident have remained largely ambiguous, but rumors suggest that the controversy involved a heated altercation between the superstar and a prominent backstage figure. This altercation, whether physical or verbal, resulted in a series of backstage tensions that led to the Icon's suspension and eventual exit from WWE. In the wrestling world, backstage incidents can have lasting consequences, especially when the fallout involves someone with the stature of this WWE icon. In this case, the superstar's departure was shrouded in mystery. However, the absence only seemed to fuel the intrigue surrounding their return. During the 1133 days that followed, there were countless whispers about a potential return, but the lack of resolution and clarity from WWE only amplified the questions. Was this legend's career with WWE truly over, or was this just a temporary hiatus? Could the backstage issues ever be resolved to allow for their return? This is where Nick Aldis enters the story. Nick Aldis, the catalyst for change. Nick Aldis has spent years building a reputation as a wrestler and a personality who understands the business inside and out. He has excelled in both the ring and on the microphone, showing the versatility necessary to succeed in professional wrestling. Aldis, while not a WWE mainstay during his career, has a deep connection with fans and colleagues across the wrestling world. His leadership qualities, charisma, and work ethic have made him a figure that can command respect in any locker room. Aldis's history as the NWA World Heavyweight Champion gave him credibility as one of the best wrestlers in the world. He became known for his matches against some of the biggest names in the business, and his ability to maintain a strong presence wherever he went earned him admiration. His eventual interest in working with WWE is no surprise, given that he has long been regarded as a top-tier talent. So what does this mean for the WWE icon in question? If WWE is seriously considering bringing back this legendary figure, they would need someone who can bridge the gap between the backstage politics and the larger-than-life personas of the company's stars. Nick Aldis's potential role as an assistant or mediator could offer the perfect solution. Imagine Aldis as the key figure who works behind the scenes to smooth over any lingering tensions from the backstage incident. With his diplomatic skills and ability to navigate the intricacies of WWE's ecosystem, Aldis could be the perfect person to help repair relationships and create the space needed for this WWE icon to make their triumphant return. Aldis's character could serve as an intermediary between the WWE legend and the powers that be, making sure that any personal issues from the past are set aside for the good of the company and the legacy of both men involved. By taking on this assistant role, Aldis could ensure that all necessary arrangements are made for the icon's comeback without stirring up old controversies. The icon's return. What will it look like? If this scenario were to unfold, the return of the WWE icon after 1133 days would be nothing short of monumental. The build-up to their return would have to be carefully orchestrated, and Aldis' role in assisting that process would be pivotal. But what would their comeback entail? WWE is known for its dramatic storytelling, and a return after such a long absence could be framed as an epic saga. Imagine a series of vignettes or promos featuring Aldis working tirelessly behind the scenes to bring this WWE icon back to the fold. His character could be shown having conversations with management, working through contractual issues, and ultimately paving the way for the iconic superstar's return. The storyline could be built around the idea that this WWE legend, after years of absence and frustration, is ready to reclaim their spot in the company. However, their return would not come without challenges. The icon would need to confront the personal demons that led to their exit and find a way to reconcile with the WWE universe and the locker room. Aldis's involvement would provide a compelling layer to this story. He could serve as the person who helps the icon rediscover their passion for wrestling, motivating them to face their past and prepare for the future. Their relationship could evolve over time, with Aldis eventually becoming a trusted ally and the WWE legend finding a new sense of purpose. The backstage politics and real-life tensions. While the dramatic narrative of a comeback would undoubtedly be a major focal point, the real-life backstage politics of the situation would also play a significant role in this story. The WWE locker room has changed considerably since this iconic superstar's departure, and it's possible that new tensions have emerged since the incident that led to their exit. For this reason, Nick Aldis's presence could be invaluable. Aldis, with his experience in navigating complex wrestling politics, could be instrumental in addressing the current dynamics within the locker room. His role as an assistant would not be purely ceremonial. He would have to serve as a mediator between old school and new school attitudes, ensuring that all parties involved could coexist. One major factor that Aldis would need to address is the evolving landscape of WWE. The company has grown tremendously in terms of its roster and its global reach. Returning to this environment after such a long absence could be daunting for any legend. Aldis, however, would be well positioned to help the WWE icon acclimate to the new world of WWE while staying true to what made them a fan favorite in the first place. Additionally, the tension between the old guard and the new talent would need to be handled carefully. Aldis was competed against and alongside some of the current WWE roster could be the perfect person to bridge the generational divide. He could work as a mentor to the returning WWE icon, guiding them through the nuances of dealing with the new generation of superstars while maintaining their own legacy. Nick Aldis' influence on the narrative. Nick Aldis' involvement as an assistant to this WWE icon could have a broader impact on the wrestling world. He is well respected by fans and peers alike, and his presence could lend credibility to the storyline. Aldis is known for his ability to elevate those around him, and his guidance could ensure that the WWE icon's return is not just about nostalgia, but about creating something fresh and exciting. His potential influence on the narrative would likely be seen in the way the icon's comeback is framed. Rather than focusing solely on the past, Aldis could help shift the focus toward the future. He could work with the WWE icon to craft a new chapter in their career, one that builds on their history while incorporating new storylines and rivalries. The overall dynamic between Aldis and the WWE icon would also have a long-term impact. As the assistant, Aldis would not be relegated to a background role. He would be an integral part of the story. His character could become just as important as the WWE icons, contributing to the evolution of the narrative and the eventual clash of old and new within the company. Conclusion: a new era for the WWE icon and Nick Aldis. In the end, the possibility of Nick Aldis assisting in the return of a WWE icon after 1133 days away is an exciting and compelling concept. The long absence, the backstage incident, and the tensions that arose all make for a rich narrative, one that would benefit from the expertise and leadership that Aldis brings to the table. Aldis' involvement could ensure that the comeback is not only dramatic but also meaningful, addressing the personal and professional hurdles that the WWE icon would have to overcome. His presence as an assistant could bridge the gap between past and present, creating a dynamic storyline that captures the attention of both longtime fans and newer generations of WWE viewers. The combination of Aldis' skills as a mediator, his respect for the business, and his ability to navigate backstage politics could create a situation where both the WWE icon and the company itself are able to thrive. Together, Aldis and the icon could help WWE usher in a new era, one where legends are given the opportunity to return, evolve, and solidify their place in the modern landscape of professional wrestling. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE Official YouTube channel for more update news.